Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and if you're new here, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. So today I want to make with you guys a cute little journal using my snippet roll that I made with you guys the other day, and I'll make sure to post this on the end screen at the end here. You guys come check it out. So this is just a fun little snippet roll that we did together. Like that. And I want to incorporate it into this cute little journal idea I have. Okay, so I'm just going to use a fast food bag. Just any kind of bag you got hanging around will work. And I got some black fabric that I want to play with today. Okay. So I'm just going to fold this in half. And I love using paper bags because it's just perfect. I mean, the crinkle, the feel to it, it's a good weight. I just love using paper bags. Okay, and these fast food bags are just like I love the size. It's a great size. Okay. So let's see. So I'm just going to take my fabric and just make sure we can't see through anything, because sometimes you can see through it, but since it's black, I don't think we need to put any batting or anything down. Okay. So I'm just going to attach this here. Like that. And I will be sewing today, but if you do not want to sew, you could take your Fabrifix glue or Fabri-Tac or any kind of fabric glue and just glue it all down. But for today, I'm just going to take my Yoo-Hoo stick, and I'm just going to open this up like that. And I'm just going to start here and tack it down. And I want to make sure not to go on the edges because I don't want to gum up my needle. It'll get my needle all gluey. So I'm just going to kind of go around here just to get the fabric down. Okay, so what I did is I glued the whole front down first, and then the material was too small for the bag, so I went ahead and just cut and did a little trimming. Did a little trimming around the bag and stuff. Now, if you do that, just be careful that the bag's coming apart now. But I am going to, you can even tack it down. I'm going to sew mine around, so you can even tack it like that, just so it doesn't slide all over the place. There, that should actually do it. Okay, and what I'm gonna do first is, I think I'm gonna switch I'm gonna put my sewing machine with some white thread, and I'm going to go like this and sew this edge first, then pop it back over, make sure everything's straight, and then I'm going to go around and sew all the way around the edges and leave this as a tuck spot. So I will be back. So I have it all sewn around, and I think that turned out really cool. We got a little tuck spot here. And some of the white bag was showing through a little bit, so I just took my black oxide here, black soot, and I just went ahead and just inked around it, just kind of getting some of that bright white just a little bit down so it's not so bright. Okay, so that's a fun little tip and trick just to hide it. Okay, so what I want to do is I got this fun feather stencil. I think it's really cool. I'll put the link down below. It's an Amazon link. And I want to incorporate this throughout the journal. My lint roller here. Okay. So for the front here, just make sure there's no anything sitting on there. And I want to go like this with it. I mean, how cool would that be? I think that's pretty fun. So I want to do that. I got my palette knife and I got spackling. And I'm just going to put it down here. That turned out really, really cool. I'd love to hear in the comments what you guys think. I mean, look at that. Is that fun? That is really cool. Okay, well, I'm going to let this dry. And make sure if you do any kind of texture paste or spackling or anything like that, just to go scrape off as much as you can back into the container and then rinse it under the sink under warm water, so then it won't ruin your stencils. Okay, so this is all dry now. It's looking good, and you can see it's not going to flake off or anything. And if you want, you can just kind of go like this and see if you get any of the just little bits that need to come off. But I mean, it's on there. This spackling works great. Okay, so that's the cover, and I think that's going to be kind of really cool. Okay, now what I'm wanting to do is I want to incorporate this feather throughout the whole journal, and I think it'll be fun. So I'm wanting to put another spackle here and do it here, or like, I'm not sure which way yet. Or I could just do that. That could be kind of cool. And we could just incorporate it like this. Okay, but before I do that, because it's gonna have to dry, I want to go ahead and measure out my snippet roll. So we're gonna see how it fits around here. So I'm getting one of my little journals here. So when this is stuffed full, I'm thinking it'll be about no wider than that when it's all stuffed full. Okay. And I want to give and I'm going to use snaps. I got my snap maker here. So I'm not sure if I want to use the little brown ones or the black for the snaps, but it's a whole kit. And I could put this down in the Amazon links if you guys want to check it out. It comes with this and then all the buttons. And believe it or not, these were all arranged in color. And they fell off one of my high shelves. I didn't have it up there. And they went everywhere. Oh my gosh, it was a moment. So I had to pick them all up and throw them all back in here. There's no way I was going to organize those, but they really do come organized. Oh my gosh, they went everywhere. Okay, so this is just a little snap, and it's super easy to use. And I will show you guys how to do that. But for now, I want to measure this around. So I want it this way, just about like that. And this is going to be our closure. So I'm just going like this, just for measurement's sake here. Wrap it all the way around. And I know you guys are thinking, oh, you're covering up the feather. But how cool is that going to be when you open this, unsnap it, take this off, and then have that beautiful feather underneath too. I think that's going to be so much fun. Just, I love different surprises like that. Okay. So let's see. So we want it like this. And I'm going to adjust it. I'm going to have it so this will probably be maximum full. About like that. So I'm gonna do 2 snaps. So I'm gonna do a snap here, and then I'll do a snap here, and then another snap a little more forward. So in case you don't have as much stuff, like when you first get it, you can have it snapped up tighter, and then you can loosen it as you go, as it gets fuller. So that's what I was thinking. Okay. So this wraps around, and you're going to want a little leeway here. So I'm thinking about, let's do it to here. Okay. So then this part can be used for something else. Okay, so we're going to do this. And I think that would be perfect. And then when you unsnap it, ta-da! I had a little poker tool. Oh, maybe it's right here. I think this will work the same. So you just find out where you want it. So I'm doing it pretty snug because I don't want this to fall off. Black, which I think would match the journal great. So I might probably just use black. So you just poke it through your hole that you made to do. So I'll just do this one right here. Hear the train. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's actually not that close. It's, you know, it's a couple miles away, but sometimes when the wind blows just right, you can like hear the train. So it's kind of cool. And it's a really rainy day today here in Oregon. So it's kind of haunting. Okay. So this is the tedious part. You want to make sure that you have it. So that's pretty snug like that. Okay. And then that'll be if it's a little fuller. All right. We have that all measured out now, and I put it to the side, so we'll mess with that in a minute while this is drying. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna take my spackling here. And I'm just gonna go, I'm gonna go like that. That turned out really cool. Look at that. And then you could just fix any of the little things you don't like. Let's go through. All right, so I have that drying on the side here, and now I want to play around doing our snaps. Let's see. So I know I think we got it exactly where we want them. And so you can see, I don't know if you guys can see that, but there's one that pokes out. And then there's the one that receives it, pretty much, you know, it goes in. Like that. So we're going to do the one that pokes out. We're going to set it. And pretty much what it's doing is smashing down the point, this point right here. When you set that on top like that, this metal, there's a metal round piece in the middle here. It's hard to show on camera. And it smashes down the pokey part and puts it in here and flattens it so this won't come back off. So I mean, that's pretty much all it's doing. So you just take the rubber part, there we go, and then just place it in the center like that, and then you just smash it down. And then it takes that and makes it into like a flattened disc. So this isn't coming back off. So it is on there now. Okay, and then we do the same thing over here, because this is going to wrap around like that, and then it's going to snap, snap. I love doing these little snaps. They're fun. There, and I think that'll give it room to grow. And then it won't, you know, fall off or anything. There we go. I just want to make sure. There. So you can see, it kind of, well, it's kind of hard to see because it's all black in there, but it just smashes it down. Like that. Or like that. Isn't that cute? So it just made like a little sleeve around your journal. So that's definitely something you could do with your snippets. They're great. Yeah. So let me see what we're gonna do next. So I was drying this with my heat gun, and I was realizing I should break this apart before it gets too dry, or it's just gonna be stuck. And then I'm taking it, my little pokey tool here, and just kind of flattening these down because we're going to slide papers in and out. So you want to make sure that they're not going to be too much in the way. So it's kind of, it's a little dry on the dry side here. So it's not really wet. And I'm just kind of taking pieces out that I don't want there anymore. Like that. And then you can take your finger and just kind of press stuff. And then you got some hanging here. So I'm just going to snip those off. So just kind of work with it and see what you can do here. And like I said, it's more on the dry side than the wet. So I'm messing around here. I'm just going to get all the pieces out of my pocket. There we go. Don't want those up in there. So I'm just kind of flattening it with my finger, just to make sure that these won't be in the way when we slide things in and out. So I think that'll be great. Okay. There we go. All right. Now I had a crazy idea. What if I'm gonna go get my stencil. I just washed it all off because you want to make sure not to leave the spackling on it to dry because it'll ruin the stencil. I want to put the silhouette here on it of the flower or the feather. I think I want to go ahead and stencil it on here. And let's see how that turns out. I think it'll turn out really cool. So let's try that. Okay, so I think I like that placement on here. And let's just see what happens. Okay, so this is definitely coming along nicely. I think that turned out really cool. So now we have it on the outside here. I really like that. So I did my heat gun on it, and it is pretty much dry. Now I want to play around with putting a feather cluster right here. I did these with you guys the other day. If you would like to see how I make a feather cluster, I'll make sure to put that on the end screen so you guys come check it out. And these are in my Etsy shop too, if you guys want to come purchase one. I'll try to make sure to put the link down below for my Etsy shop. If I forget either, just let me know, remind me, and I will definitely do it. Okay, so the other day, I had my, I don't know the name of this. I don't know if you guys know the name. I'd love to hear in the comments what the name of the, it's like a shawl kind of thing, you know, that, I don't know what it's called. But anyway, I had this on my desk, the big round roll of it, and I was splattering gesso when I got it on here, so I went ahead and splattered some more, and I think it turned out really cool. Gave it a really neat effect. So I want to glue that down, and I'm using my Fabrifix glue. I want to glue that here on the front closure part, and I want to put this down like that, and then make sure you can get to the snap here. But I think that would look really cool. So let's do that. And I think that looks really cool. I mean, it ties together with the feather theme that we got going. So why not? Okay. Yeah, these are really fun to play with. They're kind of neat to put in different spots. So there we go. Now, let's see how this goes together. Okay, so there's the outside. Inside, and we got our little tuck here. Close it. And we can add our closure here. I mean, I'm loving this. I think that's so cool. I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. And hit the like button if you guys are enjoying this. It really helps me get out there. I really appreciate you guys. Okay. So we got the first snap here, like that, to make it snug. And look at that. Is that really cool? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informational. And until next time, I'm gonna definitely add to this. So we'll keep adding some signatures and decorating all those and stuff. So please, if you could, subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share. And let's grow together. And keep on crafting.